wheat production estimates that came out. These are the first production estimates based on of the winter wheat crop, based on actually USDA surveyors walking the fields. Notice the bottom line here of all wheat, 1.821 billion bushels. That is up, what, 80 million from a year ago, and it is up, what, about 45 million roughly from where the trade was expecting it to be. The biggest part, if you look, soft red winter wheat came in pretty much as expected, up 6 million from what the trade was looking for. The white winter wheat came at exactly what the trade was looking for, and you can see my estimates down. Every time I try to use the pointer, it advances a slide. There we go. We got it to work now. So not too far off my estimates here. The real kicker is the hard red winter wheat estimate. Now, USDA at 647 million bushels is very close to the average trade guess right there. Well above where I'm at. So that's 47 plus 22, about 69 million bushels above where I'm at. Basically, my years being an agronomist in wheat country prior to in another life, as they say, I lack confidence in their wheat production estimate following their formula simply in the wheat that's so immature of simply counting tillers and assuming normal head size. Also looking at abandonment, I'm looking at much more significant abandonment. Will that happen? I don't know. It's possible that if we have a very cool spring and early part of the summer that we could top USDA's production estimate. I doubt it. The odds would be against it, but it's possible. The more likely scenario is the heat moves in, and by the way, the near-term forecast is temperatures in the 90s to even triple digits here in the days ahead for many of these dry areas of the plains, and that's the concern. Depending on where you're at in the southern plains, the wheat is anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks behind normal. So that means it's going to be going through its greatest, most sensitive part of its grain fill period during the time we normally have a lot of heat moving in. And heat is the #1 factor that robs yields in wheat. You think normally disease robs yields or lack of water robs yields, but heat is the biggest factor that tends to rob yield. Obviously, you have to have water to produce a crop. But assuming that, heat is the biggest factor. And so if you get that heat during the grain fill period, that tends to really reduce yields. That's the biggest difference between U.S. winter wheat yields and yields that they grow in Great Britain, where they have very mild temperature conditions for that grain fill period of time. And so I think this may be the highest hard red winter wheat production estimate that we see. Does it make a difference? Well, we'll see.